Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Nick.
I'm Tampa Bay Zone.
I'm Ian.
From Top Notch Sports, and today we're going to be over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft grade for this draft that just happened. And I'll be honest with you, you guys have done a pretty dang good job. So Tampa, I'm going to start with, let me first, I should have done this before too in the other video. Plug in your page first and let everyone know what you're about.
So my main account, the Swamp Zone, Florida football, college football news over there. And then just made a new account, Tampa Bay Zone, Bucks news, NFL news, all that. So that one's brand new.
There you go. And again, like I said, I think you're doing a good job with it. It's brand new, but so far, I mean, you got some draft grades out. You posted some players. Let me ask you this, okay? What did you think about your draft so far? Start with the first round, and we'll work our way through.
The Cancey pick, I was a little surprised when they went defensive line, but I mean, it's a good pick. He's a great player. I mean, the Aaron Donald comparisons, I'm not going to complain about it. It's not really what I thought they should have gone, the direction they should have gone, but by no means it's a bad pick.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you got Vita Vea, who's, a hole clogger. I mean, that guy fills up 3 lanes. And then you got Calijah Cancey, small, undersized, but man, this guy's fast and quick. So, I mean, you think about that combination inside. I mean, powerful one guy, Vita Vea, and you got Calijah Cancey, this fast, quick guy. To me, that's a very dominant duo. I don't know how you're going to be able to guard that. The one guy can clog up 2 lanes, and you got only one lane to beat. Calijah Cancey, man, I'll tell you something. I think they can win a one-on-one, with his speed and honestly with some of his strength too. I mean, he's really good on tape. He was going to probably be a top 3 guy for me, but honestly, this defensive tackle draft class is pretty dang solid. So really like the pick. Like you said, I don't know if it was the biggest need for you guys, but you get a pretty dang solid defensive lineman. Ian, any insight there on Calijah Cancey? I mean, again, you're looking from the Raiders' point of view, but I mean, what did you think about him as a prospect?
I love Cancey. He was my DT2 and one of my best players on the board there. So I thought that was a really good pick for him. Kind of get just another elite guy on the defensive line. They've kind of had a good track record with that. So
for sure.
180. 180, set.
All right, so now we go to your second pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now this guy, again, he's not going to win no beauty contest, but I'll tell you something. Okay, he's a hell of a football player. He's a tough mother effer. Cody Mauch. What the hell do you think about?
I mean, I thought that's the best pick so far for us. And I thought that's one of the bigger steals of the draft, in my opinion. One of the best offensive linemen, and I mean that's a big need. I kind of expected them to go offensive line, but once Paris Johnson and Darnell Wright went in the top 10, it's kind of they weren't going to take an O-line, but I thought it was a really good pick. O-line, I mean, it's a need, so I gave it an A, so I was really happy with that pick.
Yeah, me too. Like, I love this guy. I mean, he has no teeth, man. He's just going to hit you. He's going to hit you. He's going to hit you. He's going to hit you. And I'll be honest with you. When I coach in real life, I want to see linemen like that. I want to see tough guys that are running into the ground, and he's one of those guys. He's a guy that's going to, he's just a tough guy. He's going to hit you. He's going to drive you into the ground. And when he drives you into the ground, he's going to fall on top of you and make you feel it. I mean, I like this guy. Now, let me ask you this. I'm going to keep stressing this. I think that he could be a top 3, top 5 guard in the National Football League day one. Do you think they're going to play him at tackle, or do you think they're going to play him at guard?
I think they'll play him at tackle.
You do?
Yeah.
To start. And then if he doesn't play good, you can switch him. Because right now you guys got Tristan Wirfs, and I don't even know who your other guy is.
pretty sure.
And
Yeah.
I think Mauch will replace Donovan Smith.
he very well, like I said, he very well could too. Ian, what do you think about this whole pick here?
Yeah, he's one of the best tackles in the draft. One of my favorite offensive linemen in the entire draft. So thought it was a great pick. Thought the Bucks nailed the first 2 rounds. And he's going to be like a bookend for them, in my opinion. A lot of people see him more of his guard, but I think he'll be just fine on that at tackle.
Yeah, he could be. I'm actually looking right now. No, Donovan Smith's no longer there. It's actually a guy named Brandon Walton. Never heard of him. So God bless you guys in that right side of the offensive line, because I don't think that's going to turn out too good. But I'll tell you something. I mean, those are two good picks to start off. And then we go to your next pick, which was whom?
Yaya Diaby.
Okay. What's your take on him?
I mean, I wasn't too familiar with him going in the draft. I knew that he was like a possible option for the Bucks in the 3rd round, but I mean, I wasn't too familiar with him. I know I told you I really wanted Tajay Spears, so I was upset when he went in round 1 because I mean I thought we needed another offensive weapon, a guy to pair with Rashad White. That's who I wanted, if not him, at least a running back. So, but yeah, I mean I wasn't too familiar with him, but I've heard a lot of good things about him. So we'll just have to see how he pans out.
Ian, what was your take on him?
Kind of like a 3rd down pass rusher. It's not. I don't think it was a bad pick. He definitely wasn't my number 1 edge on the board at the time. So it wasn't great, wasn't bad. I think it was their worst pick on day 1 or 2, but I think it wasn't bad.
Yeah. I mean, again, Diaby is a guy, so I'm looking at his notes now. I got written down 6'3", 263, 33-inch reach, and ran a 4.5, 140. So this is a guy that has a little bit of wheels on the edge. He can play inside and outside. Pretty good at running stunts. Good against a run, but would not consider him an elite or even a pass rushing edge rusher, I said. So he's a guy that I said he has decent all-around production. I feel like he's a guy that can do a little bit of both. But honestly, like, I keep on writing down here, it seems like to me they plays a little bit more on the inside at times. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out, because you got, like you said, you just drafted a few guys too. I mean, you just drafted Cancey, you got Vita Vea. I mean, this guy could be maybe a little bit of an all-around guy. Your edge rushers over there, I mean, they're not elite, but the Buccaneers, man, I don't know. So your quarterback is Baker Mayfield. How you feeling about that?
I mean, obviously as a Florida fan, I really want to see
Kyle
Trask
Trask.
start. So I was pretty upset when we signed Baker, especially because it looked like Trask was going to be the starter going into the year. I'm really hoping we give Trask a chance and start him for a couple games. I mean, I'm not expecting Baker to be great by any means, but I'm definitely expecting him to start. But I want to see Trask just because I think watching him at Florida his whole career, I mean, I've seen what he can do, and I think that he's going to be a really good player if he just gets a chance. But so I'm hoping he gets that chance.
Absolutely. Let me ask you this then, because you're a big Florida guy. What did you think about Anthony Richardson?
I was happy to see him go to the Colts. I didn't expect him to fall the top 5. I think not like the greatest team. Obviously, they don't really have as many weapons as I hope. Like maybe I think the Seahawks would have been a better fit, especially if they still took JSN. That would have been a lot of fun to watch. But they took Downs too, right? Downs went to the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Josh Downs was one of my favorite wide receivers in the draft. So hopefully they have a good connection. But yeah, I'm just happy he went early and didn't fall, because some people were saying he'd go in like top 2, even top 4, top 5, and then other drafts had him falling into the teens. So
Absolutely. Again, like I said, I'm a big fan of, Anthony. He was my number 2 ranked quarterback out of this year's draft class. And Josh Downs was like, I think, my number 4 ranked wide receiver. So, Anthony Richardson, top 2 quarterback. I don't know what the hell I said before. I think I said quarterback. And Josh Downs, my 4th ranked wide receiver, I believe. Hell of a player. Both of them, I think, are special. And again, that Colts team, in my final mock draft, we were hearing a lot of leaks that it was going to be Will Levis. Thank God it wasn't, because if you want to take a guy, and I know this isn't Bucks now, but if you want to take a guy like Richardson, who I believe is way more talented than Jalen Hurts coming out of college, every aspect, arm, mobility, everything you can possibly ask for, Richardson's better. I think we can all probably agree. As a prospect, I'm not saying now, I'm saying as a prospect coming out of college, you take a guy like Richardson and you throw him into the same system that Jalen Hurts was in with Shane Steichen. and you allow him to develop in that system that Steichen can build around him, holy crap. I mean, this guy could be really special. And like you said, I'm going to be honest with you too. Michael Pittman, I was a fan of him coming out. Alec Pierce was one of my top ranked receivers last year. And now you add Josh Downs. I really like this receiver room. Jonathan Taylor was the number one running back coming out when he came out, and I believe that was 2020. You got Nelson, Quentin Nelson, that is, in the interior offensive line. Build up your offensive line more. Keep this team going. You got a lot of weapons. And again, I think the Colts can be special. But ultimately, back to the Bucs. Let me ask you this. Final thing. Anybody that you want to see them target today?
Our running back, receiver, or corner are kind of the three positions I want the most. I was expecting us to go to at least one of those three positions in round 1 and 2. We didn't. Offensive line was one I kind of expected. Didn't really expect Kancey, like I said, but receiver, DB, or running back, I'm not 100% sure who's on the board, so I'm not going to say any names, but if we can get some guys at those positions, I'll be pretty satisfied.
I think running back wise, I'm trying to think who my top running back is right now. Maybe I don't even know. Let me see. I just want to see. So
Dwayne McBride.
I
Dwayne
do like
McBride is the
McBride.
best running back available. Yeah.
I actually do. Great contact balance. Hell of a player. Roshan Johnson's another one from backup for what's his face all that time? Bijan. He's pretty solid. Sean Tucker's another guy. He's my top guy right now. I don't mind Sean Tucker at all.
Oh, I would really like to see Sean Tucker.
Yeah. Who's the other guy? What was the other position you said?
Corner, wide receiver, running back.
Wide receiver. Let's see who's on the board still. Honestly, a lot of them went.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, you're down to some guys that Kayshawn, Dante Demas, A.T. Perry, Ishovis. I don't know if you guys know who. You probably know Andre, that big tall guy that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
And last but not least, corner. Man, you guys, I don't know if you guys like him. Nobody's backing me up here, but why is Kaylee Ringo? I know he's not the most polished guy, but holy crap.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm surprised he fell so far. I mean, he could have gone late first, early second. So seeing not going late 2 at all is surprising to me, at least.
And then you got him. I like Eli Ricks too. They say he's slow, but I'm gonna tell you something. His film's pretty dang good. And then I believe Hodges Tomlinson's still on the board. Jacorian Bennett's been somebody that a lot of people have been talking about. I think Clark Phillips is still there too. So there's still some good corners. There's still some good corners for sure. So maybe you guys even wait another round or so to draft that. But again, maybe you attack a wide receiver. See, I wouldn't take one because I don't feel like there's anybody great. If I'm you guys, man, I don't know. I don't know what the other deal. I mean, there's some guys on the board yet, so we'll wait and see. That's all for me. Anything else from you guys? No? All right.
Nope.
That's all. Plug both your pages. I'll start with Bucks, and I'll go down to Raiders one more time, and we'll wrap this thing up.
The Swamp Zone and Tampa Bay Zone on Instagram. Go follow.
Give it a follow.
Raiders.legends on Instagram.
For sure. Go give these guys a follow. Again, they run awesome pages. You're going to want to stay tuned because they're going to slowly grow. And I think we get a lot more content on our channel, too. That's going to be fun to watch. So stay tuned. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And see you guys soon. Peace. We are Built Better.